In this edition, I will deal with the meaning of right to relief when it comes to plaintiffs under Order 1, Rule 1 CPC. Order 1, Rule 1 CPC provides that all persons may be joined in one suit as a plaintiff where any right of relief in respect of or arising out of the same act or transaction or series of transactions is alleged to exist in such person, whether jointly, severally, or in the alternative. What we need to understand is the meaning of the term right to relief. Let us first understand that the rule is only an enabling rule, allowing a number of plaintiffs with the same right to relief to join in one suit instead of bringing separate suits. Order 1, Rule 1 applies to joinder of plaintiffs and causes of action. For joinder of causes of action, you would see Order 2, Rule 3 CPC. Under Order 1, Rule 1, only such plaintiffs can be joined in a suit if the relief arises out of the transaction or series of transactions. For example, where different persons enter into an agreement of sale of, say, potatoes with the defendant and supplied different quantities of potatoes to the defendant on different dates, and the rates for those potatoes were different, and different payments were made separately to the plaintiff. All these persons who sold potatoes to one defendant cannot be joined as plaintiffs. They cannot be joined. The reason is, though similar questions of law and fact arise in all these transactions, it certainly is not a common question of law or fact. The supply made by one plaintiff had no connection with the supply made by another plaintiff. Each claim depended on the supply made, the shortage detected, the rate claimed, the payment received, etc. A common question of law and fact thus would not arise in each of these transactions. Apart from this, the relief sought by the different plaintiffs does not arise out of the same act or transaction or series of acts or transactions. Each plaintiff has a separate relief against the defendant. Therefore, the words right to relief occurring in Order 1, Rule 1 means in the above case that all plaintiffs should have entered into one contract for supply of potatoes to the defendant, in which case they could join. The words right to relief refers to the cause of action. All the plaintiffs should have the same right against the defendant. If the rights are different, then they cannot be joined as plaintiffs in the suit. Trying to explain this further, I would say, plaintiffs who have a separate interest in the subject matter of the suit cannot join as plaintiffs. Another example would be where there are several persons having distinct shares in properties. They can join in a suit against a person who is in possession under a gift deed, which is sought to be set aside in this suit. Now, extending this idea, it could be said that it is not necessary for joinder of plaintiffs in one suit that they must be interested in the entire relief or reliefs or in the grounds on which such reliefs are based. If all the plaintiffs are interested, for example, in restraining the defendant from dealing with a plot of land to their prejudice, either in respect of their private rights or in respect of their rights as members of the public, they all can join together in the same suit and claim relief in which all of them are interested. There is no reason why they can't do it. Another example would be where three plaintiffs sue a defendant on a negotiable instrument. Though plaintiff A was entitled to rupees 100, plaintiff B to rupees 80 and plaintiff C to rupees 20, as the right to relief arises from the same negotiable instrument. Though the ultimate reliefs are different, they can join in the same suit. When reading Order 1, Rule 1, please remember that the words are used not with reference to the relief, but with reference to the right. It is with reference to the right to relief, which makes the significant difference when reading Order 1, Rule 1 CPC.